Welcome to Walk on Water podcast. Your host, Joseph. I'm your host, Joseph. So I have to ask the question, have you walked on water today? Have you conquered a chaotic moment in your life, mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually? Today is, February the 14th, the day of love, the day of love, where they shoot the arrow through the heart, love or heartbreak. You either have someone you love or never mind. So just coming from the pool, I did decent. My goal was to swim for an hour non-stop, and that would have took me to like 1,200 calories. But I kept stopping, trying to adjust my swimming cap and my goggles and stuff like that. Then I started getting a little tired. So I did an hour. I only burned like about 1070, you know what I'm saying, calories and stuff like that. So I had to go and go to Whole Foods and get my which is my breakfast. I'm finna drink it now. But it's like my breakfast with the kale, the black kale, the greens, the cucumber. She hit it twice with the ginger and turmeric. It was an interesting conversation I had with her. She was telling me as long as you feeling fine, you good. But I'm like, I want to drop at least about 60 to 80 pounds so I can do my runway model thing. And she was like, you fine, you perfect the way that you are. I was like, thank you, but you gotta have goals and dreams and like a way you want to get to. But let me take it a little bit because I'm parched. Swimming straight like that, I'm parched. Because at first I hated it. I hated how the kale and all that tasted, but now I drink it like it's like Kool-Aid back in the day. The great Kool-Aid is the best Kool-Aid. But anyway, let me stop getting sidetracked. Let me bring it back. Rewind selector. Let me bring it back. My wife had asked me a question yesterday. She asked if I was happy. Then like a great, that's cocoa butter on coconut oil. Because when I get out the pool, I take a shower and then I put coconut oil on my face. The best. It's better than lotion. It's the best. But anyway, she was like, "Are you happy?" And I was like, "Are you happy?" Then she said she was happy. She was happy with the marriage and stuff like that. But I'm happy, but I never looked at it as being happy or being in love like that, because people fall in and out of love all the time, which I love my wife, I'm in love, so everything cool. But I always looked at it as like responsibility, like your duty, like the things that you have to do. So it's not so much a love thing, it's like what's expected of me, how I'm supposed to perform, how I'm supposed to carry myself. Hold up. The sun in my eye. So let me, time out. I want to do this anyway, so, time out. Hold up. All right, there we go. Let me hit the juice one more time. Great Cinnamon. I would go every day, but it's like $9. So it's about, to me, it's about like your duty as a husband, like to take care of this woman that says she'll have your children and take on your last name, right? So I kind of looked at the duty and the responsibility of it, and then the kids came, my son and my two daughters. You know, love them all. They all in college. They all doing their thing. But I just looked at it as legacy, responsibility. Like, this is how we walk in this family. This is how my father walked. This is how my grandfather walked. This is how my great-grandfather walked. I know his name. This is how my great-great-grandfather walked. I know his name. So it's like a legacy thing. You're not just a love feeling. Yes, that has its place and things of that nature, but I'm going for legacy building. Legacy building. The one thing I noticed when I was driving in Atlanta, like I would say like 2 summers ago with my family, because we was on a little vacation. Like my son, my 2 daughters, and my wife. I was driving by the houses that had emblems, family crest on the building, and Nicole Michelle and Kevin Samuels before KS became KS. Kevin Samuels, they was talking about status, and they were saying that some places your kids are not going to be able to get into if the parents are not together, because a husband and a wife, that's a certain level of status, and sometimes we want everybody to be equal, but some people have different social status. So my whole thing was like, man, it was something new to me. So I'm like, we got to get to the Rockefeller status, you know what I'm saying, with an emblem, and I start coming up with this is how we act, and trust fund, and all these different types of things that I knew nothing about. But if I didn't have my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, if I didn't know them, I'd be starting from scratch. But the thing is, if you have a foundation, you can build off that foundation. But if you don't, my friend, male or female, that foundation can start with you. That legacy can start with you. Of like, this is how my family functions. Because I use the Torah, the scriptures, as my foundations on how we should walk it. And I try to implement it. And I'm writing this I don't know what they call it, but the I don't want to say bylaws. This is the book that governs how the family should behave, instead of this person over here doing whatever, this person over here doing whatever, this person over here doing whatever. But it's about legacy, family. Yeah, so do I love my wife? Yes. Yes. Do I love the legacy and my ancestors of those who came before me? Because I have to look at them first before I look at anything, because I wouldn't be here without them. So in my heart, I feel that they depended on me to establish things in the earth for my future for the future generation, my kids and their kids and their kids' kids. Because we all know about the generational curses, like if the sins of the parents should fall to the 3rd and 4th generations. But what about the blessings? The blessings just don't fall to the 3rd and 4th generation. It's continual. That merit is continuing. It never goes away. But the generational curses can go away. So all I'm saying, family, let me take the glasses off so you can see me in the eye, so you can see me. The caramel skin. Let Let me let you see me. It's about your legacy, family. It's always about your legacy. It's always about who came before you, what you're doing to help those that come behind you. It's about that merit. It's about that.